Don't tell me you're out of linen. We need to make bandages.
You there, the one with the paint. You hungry? I might be able to help.
Patience, darling. I'll meet you at the tavern. Yoo-hoo! Over here, dearie. Ah, there you are. It's rather rude of you to keep a lady waiting. I'll forgive you, though. It gave me a chance to dip into my notes about the Circle of Archmagi. One does not simply waltz into an Archmage's domain unprepared. Tell me, dearie, how much do you know about Ringrim? Oh, it's so exciting, isn't it? Hopefully we'll even get to keep all our limbs. The Circle of Archmagi are the most powerful magical beings in Aeora. Whatever the reason, the fact that she's here at all is significant. Oh, Aldra's titties. The Circle sent the Archmage of Terror. Oh, she's just brilliant. Well, Nakukubel is the largest of the godless ruins. It's still got its share of secrets. There must be something in there of interest to Ringrim. Probably something powerful. I knew I liked you, darling. I'll be with you every step of the way. Those Steel Garrote bastards stole all my research about the Godless. They'll get to the garden first over their dead bodies. I can show you the way to Ringrim's domain, but we should travel lean. The less of us there are, the less likely she'll take notice. You'll need me to get you in the door, so who's staying behind?
I promise we'll get into the right amount of trouble.
Perfect. Oh, this is going to be fun.
I suppose if you're on a wild goose chase, there are worse places to do it. I probably know a lot about this place that you don't. It's rough, but it's very survivable. Yatsley's got you going in all sorts of abandoned ruins. Who knows what's down there? More questions, most likely. And spiders. Nothing, I'm fine. Forget I said anything. I just want to make sure we've covered all the options before we dive headfirst into another deadly ruin. I'm sure we'll be fine. I just hope this is all worth it. Anyway. If I must.
To the camp of an official Aedyr and envoy, I was expecting a little more. A proper bed, at least. But I suppose this will do for now. As long as you have a bath, of course. When the mood is right, I find I like everything. I'm going to write Quilici tonight. Make sure he misses me. But, as riveting as it is to complain about our accommodations, I imagine you have another topic in mind? Well, because I'm the foremost expert on the godless, of course. So I must study their artifacts when I can. Unfortunately, it's been quite some time since I've met another who focused on the godless as I do. And I imagine I'd be more knowledgeable on the subject than anyone else you could find. Technically, yes. Well, it set me on the path, at least. When I got my first grimoire as a child, I was trying out some of the fancy new spells I'd been given. I was attempting a simple illusion spell, but I must have slurred my words. The next thing I know, everything was on fire. No! Well, me, obviously, but otherwise, no. What is childhood but for silly things? When else can you get away with arson? My father was able to pull me from the flames as my mother doused them. I burned myself badly enough to give myself some vivid dreams, but the house still stood at the end. Of course. Now I only burn those that deserve it, like mosquitoes and university administrators. The only lasting damage was my burn mark and the dreams. Nightmares are still dreams, envoy. Just not ones you'd recommend to others. They're not nearly as enjoyable as my more provocative dreams. Oh. Well, just be sure to have a quick release knot if you ever make that fantasy reality. Someone should learn from my mistakes. I certainly have no intention to.
That's one use for rigging.
As delightful as you are, we've much to do and less time to do it in. Shall we go?
Singing sand, we feel the essence seep from the ruins. Time tempers a rocky surface smoothed by a spring rain. A lion kneels, a blight before it, spells and suspicion at its back. What ruled the land alone now seeks the safety of the pride. Let the vulture feed once, and the flock will never leave. We feel the people of Thirdborn huddle together in the dark. We smell desperation, panic. Then, the seasons change. They turn to each other. A spark, a name the Akira used, now lost to time. We touch the unfamiliar surface. What do you know of this? We cannot tend the flower if we do not know its name. For years, we watched the Akita share their food and tie their hands. Gifts, promises. Why do they undertake these rituals? Still, the word eludes our grasp. Perceive the ocean in a drop. Do its waves sing to you? Spring turned to winter. A soul torn from its rightful home. This we understand. New leaves breach the impenetrable clay. A bush unfurls amid the suffering and strife and blooms. Nothing should live here. How can it sprout? From what well does it spring? Faith set apart from beasts. A calling beyond life and death. We have learned much. Dream of shimmering scales as you rest.
Someone's eager to meet us.
I'm coming for Ludwig next.
Harder, isn't it?
Welcome to Shatterscarp. Or, welcome to Shark's Teeth, anyway. Damn. I didn't think you'd actually talk to someone like me. Oh! Well, I hope I'm not imposing on you. Listen, I've got to take some supplies to that tower up the road. They're for Kotoa and Hayako. Have you heard of them?
Never heard of them, but we meet a lot of people, and I'm not good with names.
They've probably killed more dream thralls than the rest of us combined. Well, they said, why shoot one when you could take out a dozen instead? They learned from the best in the Deadfire. We're lucky they're on our side. These supplies will go a long way, if I can ever get them up there. This is my third trip today, and whew, it's a lot of stairs. Right. Sorry, heat must be getting to me. Don't be afraid to ask Kotoa or Hayako for more when you get there. Keep going through the teeth. The tower is just over the ridge. You can't miss it.
Let's finish this. Couldn't have done it better.
On your right here.
Enemy at your back.
This is surreal. And the perfect place to set up shop if you're an archmage.
I hadn't had a chance to see all this before. It's magnificent. Oh, come on, let's go introduce ourselves to an archmage. You asked for it! At your right! Nicely done!
Come on! Come on!
We'll get them next time, dear.
You see that too, right? The ice. You see it? I don't know. I think those are our deaths waiting for us. The Archmage whispered something to me, but I don't remember what. And I'm not sure I want to either. She's broken all of us. Even the Zorips. Poor bastards. Aedyr, wasn't I? I've been so busy with the Zorips. They're smarter than we think. There was one with the most beautiful spear. I wanted it. I told the Archmage. She said... Safe. Nowhere's safe anymore. I can't sleep anymore. The ice crackles under my skin. But I want the Zorib spear, and the ice has my death. I don't know what to do. Oh, I haven't slept in so long. Did you see its spear? Something beautiful in this cold dark. The ice takes everything in the end. Oh, I can hear it calling even now.
Big mistake!
Taking damage! Who's next? Anyone?
This is it. Ringrim was definitely here.
What gave it away? The tableau of frozen corpses? The Archmage of Terror is many things, but subtle is not one of them.
Yes, but look at them. The artistry is sublime. Can you imagine having enough finesse to make all this?
Whatever you say, Yardsley. Regardless, we didn't come across this by accident. The Archmage is trying to frighten us. Successfully, I might add.
A spell. And a very clever one. Ringrim's using her illusions to make people choose to stay away. Everyone except us. Of course I probably can. All spells have a counter. You just have to know what it is. But we can figure that out later. Right now, we have to focus on what's at the end of that passage. Trust me, I know. Last thing I need is to be responsible for killing the Emperor's pet. No offense. But it's a chance to test out some new spells, so I'll muddle through. I've focused so much on the Godless in Quilici over the years that it'll be lovely to hone my magical skills again. Thank you. When Fjord was raised, I was devastated. They destroyed my home and took my work. I didn't come here for Ringrim. Chances are we'll die, but if we don't, we stop Ludwig and get into the ruins. So, win-win.
I like our odds, especially with you around.
Let's get going. Oh, and stay close.
Morbid, disturbing, intimidating. But I like it.
Child's play. That's done.
At the risk of stating the obvious, it's pretty damn cold. The seasons are all wrong. Nature is grimacing.
Stay close. Ringrim's trying to scare us off, but we won't. Oh, what a frosty welcome. I'm covered in fur and even I'm freezing. Are her illusions really so powerful? It's just a trick, Convoy. A well-crafted cold trick. Keep moving.
I believe that is the spear we've been looking for.
know what this moment calls for. A beautiful, macabre story that lingers in the mind. You wish to find me in my tower? You'll have to wait until I tell this tale.
We're not getting up there. Unless Yatsley sprouts a pair of wings.
There's got to be a way. Let's snoop around.
Land shaped in the dreamer's image, not with stone or axe, but with essence. Songs of ancient magic. Would we sing to them?
What, like it's hard? That's done.
Once, a very important statue fell to pieces, and an entire village perished because it wouldn't put the statue back together again.
Oh good, skeletons. Just the thing to brighten up the place. On the left!
And restore the statue, I will see you inside my tower.
We're in no position to argue. She has all the power here. This wizard is making us jump through hoops for her own amusement. Are you certain she can actually help us?
I think it's part and parcel of being an archmage, unfortunately. Maybe she's trying to teach us something.
It's missing a few pieces, and not to vandalism. They were taken for a reason.
It's probably connected to that village Ringrim mentioned, so keep that in mind, darling.
Most likely. The head and the hand are gone. What's the significance?
It's even missing its heart. See the open chest cavity? Let's take another look at that book of yours. There once stood a village protected by a statue. It kept the air crisp, the land fertile, and the people safe. For a time, the village prospered. For a time, there was the thought that the winter would never come. But then the statue shattered, and winter did come, and the village could not make a decision to save itself. Oh yes, let's. Come on.
Puzzles are known to sharpen the mind. The Archmage must want to hone our senses.